beautiful sweet baby. So I have a very unpopular opinion about Kanye West's wife and how I feel like their dynamic is in their relationship. So I just want to tell you guys that this is all alleged information. This is not what is actually happening in their relationship. This is just honestly my opinion of me watching their dynamic and the way that this woman moves and the way that she is with Kanye 24/7. So somebody recently posted a video of Kanye West and his wife, Bianca Sensori, I believe is how you pronounce her last name. And they were at Disneyland, the Star Wars night at Disneyland. This woman was actually walking around at Disneyland barefoot. And I'm not exactly sure what is going on with her feet, but it definitely is two-tone. So I don't know if she has those little boots on that make it look like you have legs on or what kind of boots she has on. But it just looks very strange. And this isn't the first time that we've seen this woman appear, wonky looking. I can't really show you guys the stills because for one, I don't have it. And for two, she was just extremely out and about with these stills. So I'm just going to describe it to you guys to the best of my ability so you guys can understand how this woman was looking if you guys have never seen the picture. So Kanye West's wife goes out multiple different places and she's almost most of the time bearing ass and boobies. And it's like she's always got something wedged so far up her cooter cat that it's just kind of like, can you actually breathe? Do you have a yeast infection? Are you in pain? Because nothing should be wedged up that far up in there, if you guys know what I'm saying. So she always appears to have a smile on her face, but it's just something about her demeanor seems extremely off to me. Because I honestly cannot think of someone that would just willingly and freely just walk around acting like this. And it made me think back to that moment in which Kanye went viral when the TMZ lady ran up on him and asked him if this woman has free will. And his response back was extremely angering, as if he was really upset that a person would come to him and say that, especially about his wife. And I completely get where Kanye's coming from, and I completely understand where he's coming from with that. But I don't know if you guys remember, but the dynamic that he had with him and Kim Kardashian, I feel like he wanted her to dress a completely different way than the way that she was used to dressing. Like, he was more so kind of protective over the way that she was carrying herself. Am I right or am I wrong? And I was listening to Amber Rose's interview with Jason Lee, and she said that, Kanye also tried to get her to dress certain types of ways. And she was just letting him know, like, that's not really my type of style. I don't really like to carry myself that way. Mind you, Amber Rose was always just Kanye's girlfriend, never really moved past to become his wife. So here's my thoughts. I feel like Kanye West only truly has one true love, and that is Kim Kardashian. Because with Kim Kardashian, he wanted her to uphold herself a certain way so then she can be presented as somebody that appears to be a wife. But in reality, it was like the way that he wanted her to dress half of the time was just something that simply was not her style. And I just feel like Kanye had a level of real love for her because it went down to the path of them having children together. Honestly and truthfully speaking, I don't really see Kanye having children with this woman. I honestly just see him having her as arm candy and him just at the spur of the moment saying, marry me. They went through with it and they just did just that. We didn't see not one ceremony or anything else. We just found out they were married. But the way that he is, kind of having her on his arm with her dressing pretty much in dental floss is just a little odd to me. I don't know of any man that is in a loving relationship with someone that would want their girlfriend to be out and about with everything exposed. Because at the end of the day, that is somebody that they truly care about, they love, and they want, to make them look great as well. So they would never want you to show everything because, you're with them. Like, you are what the world sees. Like, you're a representation of your man. And this is just giving weird. So I, was coming up with so many scenarios as to why this would be happening. And I honestly think that Kanye is doing some sort of reverse whoosh, because I don't know. It's just giving that he wants to be looked at as a master in this situation. And I wouldn't be surprised if he wants to be looked at as a master in mainly all relationships that he had with people. But for me, looking at this, it just gives like he's always having her dress in things that just make her look like she's a whoosh. Because honestly, every time I see her, she doesn't have shoes on. She barely has clothes on. She's literally wearing scraps. And honestly, no shade, you guys, but she doesn't even look like she's bathed half of the time when you see her. So it brings me back to that moment of when that reporter asked him, does she have free will? And I'm thinking that maybe the reason that question came up is because when we do see this woman, most of the time she does look filthy. She looks like she's barely wearing things that are actual clothes. Like, it literally looks like sometimes she's wearing a sack from a bag of potatoes. And then when we see her smiling, it looks like she's giving a very forced smile to show that she is happy when in reality she may not be. All I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap up the video by saying this is the same guy that claims whoosh is a choice. So I just feel like he is showing that everything that he said is coming into fruition. Because this woman has free will to stand beside his side and look as if she's a whoosh. And she's also got free will to, stand by his side acting like she loves to just appear and look this way. And I honestly think that Kanye is giving this woman a hefty allowance to behave this way. Because I can't think of a woman that would be doing these types of things without receiving some sort of compensation. But that's my opinion. What's yours?